Hey guys, this is Austin, and today I'm here with episode 2 of Tech I Like. And no, I didn't just forget to take my headphones off before the shoot. Today I'm going to be talking about the Audio-Technica ATH-M50s. And for the price, these things are absolutely killer, especially when you compare them to some more expensive headphones, Beats. So let's definitely go ahead and take a look. When you get the ATH-M50s, you get a couple of things in the box. Of course, included is the headphones themselves, and you also do get a carrying pouch, which is kind of a little bit useful, and you also do get an adapter if you have some higher-end audio equipment. Taking a closer look at the headphones, you'll find that they're built pretty well. Now, they are mostly made out of plastic, however, it's not really that bad. They feel pretty sturdy, and definitely should be able to hold up some pretty decent wear and tear. Now up top you'll find the padded headband. It's got a nice amount of padding. Sometimes it can get a little bit uncomfortable when you're listening to it for long periods of time, but for the most part it looks nice. It does have the gigantic Audio-Technica logo up top. These are over-ear headphones, and of course one of the most important attributes is the fact that they've got to be comfortable. If you've got something that's totally sealed up around your ears, if they're like the padding's not right or something, they can get really uncomfortable really fast. However, just like the headband and everything else, it works pretty well. Maybe not the most comfortable headphones I've ever had in my entire life, but they work really nicely. And again, over extended listening periods, you're not going to have a whole lot of issues. Of course, your ears might get a little warm, and it's not going to be quite perfect, but overall, you're not really going to have any problems. The M50s come with a fairly long, high-quality cable. Now what I like is about half of it or so is coiled. So of course if you want to stick it in your pocket or whatever, you don't have to have a 15-foot long cable or whatever. But on the other hand, you can still stretch it out and you can go almost all the way around the room without really having to run into any major issues. Of course these are some high-end headphones and you're not really going to want to pick them up if they don't have good audio quality. However, the M50s definitely do not disappoint in this category. So the bass is nice, and while I'm talking about bass, I just want to kind of throw another shout out to Beats because I know a lot of people do compare these to the Beats. Now the Beats definitely do have a lot more bass. However, I don't really consider that a good thing. Now bass is definitely a very important part. You want headphones that are well-rounded, you want good bass, but you also want other attributes. And in a lot of Beats, they just overwhelm. It's just lots and lots and lots of bass, and everything else is very toned down and just kind of sounds a little bit muddy. However, with the M50s, everything is nicely balanced. There is some good bass. It's not going to go blow your ears off, but that's because there's lots of other different parts of your music. So the lows, the mids, the highs, everything sounds really nice. I mean, the highs are even probably my favorite part. I mean, it almost sounds like there are tweeters just inside the cups. They're really, really nice. Now, don't get me wrong, these are not the best headphones in the world. For example, some of the better headphones I've listened to include the Hi-Fi Man HE400s. Those pretty much beat these on all categories. However, those are $400. These are $150. So, they're in a totally different price range. And of course, you're going to be paying that much more, you're going to get better quality. But overall, for the money, for the price, for all that kind of good stuff, the Audio-Technica ATH-M50s do not disappoint. Of course, these aren't quite perfect. So one of the cons I found was that the 3.5mm audio jack doesn't always work with everything. Now while the M50s themselves don't really require a ton of power, so you should be able to power them from an MP3 player, or computer, pretty much anything with a 3.5mm audio jack. But where the problem lies is just being able to plug it in. So with my iPhone 4S and pretty much any case I tried on it, it was not able to actually get a good connection. And that's because it is a very flat jack. So when you try to plug it in, if there's any kind of lip or anything that kind of doesn't allow it to get a full solid connection, then you won't be able to plug them in and it just won't work. So pretty much anytime I wanted to listen to music on my iPhone, I had to take the case off, which wasn't a deal breaker, but it was a little bit annoying. It's definitely something I wanted to mention to you guys. Overall, if you're looking to pick up some headphones in the $150 to $200 price range, I highly recommend the Audio-Technica ATH-M50s. They have some awesome audio quality, good build quality, and overall they're a really good package. On a quick side note, I wanted to give you guys a big thank you for the support I received on the last video. The response was pretty much overwhelmingly positive, and for that, I really appreciate it, guys. So, if you enjoy these videos, definitely be sure to leave them a thumbs up, favorite, share, all that kind of great stuff. And of course, I do also want to mention that I'm going to be doing these weekly now. So every Saturday, you will see a new episode of Tech I Like, where of course, I'll go over phones, headphones, cameras, you name it, any kind of cool tech I like. So anyway, guys, I'll catch you next time.